Hey y'all, it's me, Melissa, Wade in the water, and welcome once again. Oh, you came back. You heard me earlier when I said, hey, come hang out with me at 7:30 for the virtual meet and greet VIP experience with my brother. Okay, y'all know him. He's a husband, a father. He's a pastor of Hill City Church there in LA, actor, writer, producer, singer, Grammy nominated, Stella Award winner. Deitrick, did I miss anything? Y'all put your hands together. Come on, my brother, Deitrick Haddon. Did I miss?
Melissa, what's up? Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one, the only Melissa Wade.
He's always over the top, y'all. Y'all know that about me.
And the
Okay, I'm
crowd
supposed to
goes
be
wild.
introducing you. It is so good to see you.
It's good to be seen and not viewed, huh?
Amen to that. You better say
I know
that.
that's right. I know that's right. I'm glad to be
Mm.
alive and well and in good health, and I'm doing well, Melissa. I
Well,
just spoke
you're
to you
looking
about
really
a
good.
month ago on the
Yes, we
radio.
did. We actually talked about what we're about to talk about right now. This whole sick world, this whole thing you got going on. You know
Come
what?
on now.
You're always taking it above and beyond. It's like whatever God gives you, you're one of those people that says, well, Lord, you gave me an idea. Guess what? I'm going to step out and do it.
All
And
right.
you just do it.
You know what?
So,
That reminds me of my mother back in the day when I was 10 years old, right?
uh-huh.
I went and told my mother, I said, Mama, God called me to preach and to sing. I just heard God tell me I got to preach. And she
Right.
said, you know what? Go right on up there. The next week, she had me preaching in front of a packed out house. I said, wait a minute, I got to study or pray or something.
She said, hey, look, if God called you, he equipped you with it. So go ahead, baby. Threw you out
And,
there. Yes, right.
and she did something to me when she did that. I guess I've always had that mentality where, hey, if you're called to do it, go with it. I've always been that way ever since.
I know that about you, Deitrick, and I love it because you're one of those people, you have a lot of people that says, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and they just talk about it. But you will say it, and the next thing we know, you're in it, in the middle of it, and then done it or something. You're like, oh, you already did it? You're
Right.
like, yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
look, how are you? How are you and the family? How's the wifey and the kids? I see the baby girl. She's got you wrapped around her finger.
Exactly. I got two girls. I got Destin. She's 9. She just turned 9.
Yes.
Denver 7. She turned 7 in January, and Deitrick is 5. But the kids are
Wow.
doing well. My wife is still in love with me, so that's a wonderful thing.
That's, that's
She ain't
always a
kicked
good
me.
thing.
She ain't kicked me out yet. I'm still in here. I'm locked in. She loves me, and I'm
Oh.
fine.
So how have you and the family made it through this whole pandemic? I know, you had some testimony about that when we talked about a month ago.
Yeah, it's been an adjustment, for all of us. I lost my aunt Celeste. I lost one of my eldest brothers. It was
Wow.
an adjustment for the kids. Also, I remember when the pandemic first hit and the streets were cleared. And so I said, come on, y'all, we're going to go for a ride. So we hopped in the truck, and I just want to, let the top down and just let the breeze get in and let them know everything is going to be all right because they had taken the kids out of school. So
Right.
it was very
Yeah.
traumatic for them. And my little Denver, she started crying in the back. I mean, just boohooing. I said, Denver, what you crying? What's going on? She said, nobody's around. Nobody's here. She said, we're the
Wow.
only ones on earth. She, she thought we were the only ones left on the planet Earth
She
because we
said the
just talked
rapture then
about,
came and we here.
listen, it was the end of the world, and we driving around looking at the world. And I had to tell her, no, you got your mother and your father, you got your family here. We're going to be fine. I said, the people are in the house. I just want to take y'all out, out of the house because I know y'all going crazy, got cabin
Yeah.
fever, and I just want to get you out of the house. So, like I said that to say it's been an adjustment for everybody, for the
Yes.
kids, for me as an artist. Normally I would be on the road every week singing or preaching or doing something like that. None of that last year, and
Right.
hadn't really
How's
done it.
that been for you? How's that been? I know who was I talking to just the other week, and he was saying, being not being on the road is something he had to actually get used to, because Vashawn Mitchell, that's who I was talking to. He was like, just
Right.
not being on the road was just an adjustment for him. What about for you?
Well, I really enjoyed every bit of it. I'm still enjoying every bit of being at home because my whole life for a long time, I started professionally when I was 16 years old, has been about the next concert, the next event, having your
Hmm.
hair cut, having the next. coolest outfits, sliding on stage so the crowd can scream. That's been my whole world. And so this last year has been a break for me. It's been a, time I can spend with my family, with
Right.
myself, like really just get to know Deitrick again, and without people pulling on you, or having to look a certain way. See how I let my hair grow out? I just put a little part in it to make some sense. But, I just, you got me. I shaved a little bit to bring the beard down. But, it's just, I'm able to just like be
Right.
authentic Deitrick without trying to prove nothing to nobody, not trying to impress anybody, nobody forcing me to do this and do that. Just, it's been
Yes.
wonderful for me. It's been wonderful.
Creative
Financial,
wise, have you been able to just, do your thing as well? I mean, do you feel free creative wise as well?
yeah. I mean, it's been incredible. I've been writing hit songs, in the midst of all of this, but I haven't really been trying to force my gift at all. Just been letting it flow.
Mm.
Like when a song hit me, I'll just write it. With, like I got this new song, Sick World. I did I Can't Breathe last year. I just let it flow, just let it flow. So it's been wonderful. It's been incredible.
So let's talk about Sick World. That is a powerful project. It has a powerful message behind it. When I talked to you over a month ago, I was like, wow, wow, this is right on time for the season. I don't even know how to say it. Open door season. You had a hit about it. I mean, you opened the
Right.
door to this right here, this whole Sick World. How did this project come about, Deitrick?
Well, just watching everybody hurting and everybody was grieving. Like we all this pandemic has affected all of us, whether directly or indirectly. It's really been something for all of us to deal with. And I got into gospel music, Melissa, to encourage people, to heal hurting, wounded people. That's why I sing gospel music, you know. And
Yeah.
for me to sit back and see the world crying and losing people back to back, and this person lost this person. I talked to Byron Cage. He said he lost 11 of his family members.
Wow.
I lost my aunt, lost
Family.
one of my eldest brothers. I lost a member of my church. Just so much going on, and we underestimate the power of music. Music has the ability to reach people,
Yes.
to heal people, to
Yes.
help them put things in perspective. It's amazing how you can play a song and it changes the atmosphere. It brings you peace. It makes you want to live, makes you want to just go run on and see what the end's going to be. So I wanted to do that. And that's how I wrote this song, Sick World.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's a lyric in there that says, we can't stand to lose nobody else.
Yeah.
And that's the way I really felt. Like how many more people are we going to lose? We lost over 500,000 people. It's almost up at 600,000 people within a year. That's
Yeah.
not good at all. There's nothing good about that at all, and it's dangerous. And I just wanted to write a song that can help put things in perspective and maybe help somebody live. You know,
Absolutely.
to do the right things, to wear the mask, keep your hands clean, and do what you got to do. Yeah,
And now at this time, we need them to get the vaccination. So let's
right.
talk about that. You and your church, Hill City Church, has really been a part of getting people in there to get their vaccinations. How did you get your church involved?
Well, I partnered with the city of Los Angeles to do a documentary. They wanted to follow me getting the vaccine and monitor me for days after getting the vaccine. So that documentary is coming out next week, I believe.
Oh, wow.
And
Great. That's
we
great.
were doing our Easter service, and we were having our first service back together in person because we hadn't had in-person church. It's all been virtual. And
Uh-huh.
so everybody was talking about how we're gonna keep everybody safe, and how we're gonna do an event. Everybody's coming. It's Easter Sunday. Everybody go to church. If they don't go to church no other Sunday, they go to church
They're
on
going to come
Easter
on
Sunday.
Easter.
And so
You
you're gonna
better.
have that big old crowd. I said, how about we get everybody vaccinated that day?
Wow.
I said, how about we call the city and tell them we got all these people coming to church. Whosoever will that we need to get vaccinated, they can stop there before they even come to the grounds. And they agreed. And they tried to give us that Johnson and Johnson. I thank God. Listen. I, I thank God I was spiritually in tune. Something told me, don't mess with that Johnson and Johnson. I promise you, Melissa. I told my team that was talking to the city, I said, tell them, send the Johnson and Johnson back. My hand before God. I said, send it back. All I know about Johnson & Johnson is baby oil and baby powder
Yes.
and baby lotion. I said, I know no disrespect to them, but I don't know about this yet. And
Right.
they said, okay, we'll get you the Moderna. They got the Moderna. They said, but you got to have 2 shots for that. They tried to
That's
convince
right.
me. They said, if you get Johnson & Johnson, all you need is 1 shot. And I said, oh, wait a minute. I said, but no, my spirit, it ain't in my spirit. My spirit. So we got Moderna. And plus, there were several members of my church that had already been vaccinated that were doing fine. And I did a survey in my church with all the seasoned members, and they
Right.
all say, we took Moderna and we're fine. So I had about
So,
at least, yeah.
so you were very vocal. I mean, you pretty much said, "Hey, look, I'm gonna bring it into the church, and if you want to get it, get it." How vocal do you think the church should be, and the church leaders, as far as what they should say and maybe what they should not say when it comes to recommending or not recommending the vaccination?
You know what, Melissa? After that Johnson & Johnson recall, I said to myself, I done dodged the bullet. To be honest with you, I don't know how. What I do know is this. We've lost almost 600,000 people and counting. The numbers are going up in Michigan. And my entire family is there in Detroit. My mother,
Yeah.
my
Right.
aunties, my uncle, my everybody's cousins, they're all in Detroit. And both my sisters got it at the same time. And
Wow.
they were fighting for their lives at the same time. Both Zena and Clarita at the same time. And when I look at that and look at if I can add a layer of defense against this,
Mm-hmm.
I would tell people go get it. I would tell them you get vaccinated. You got vaccinated for chicken pox, for measles back in the day when you were a kid. I said, if you go to Africa, they're gonna make you take 10 vaccinations. You don't even know what it is. Polio, make you do everything before you go to Africa. I said, certainly you should be able to take a vaccine to just
Right.
cover yourself here and add that extra layer of defense. I got 3 little kids running around here. They don't have the immune system that I have,
Mm-hmm.
strong. So I
Mm-hmm.
just when I weigh it out, my decision was to make to do the vaccine. And this is what I told my church: there is no pressure. I'm not pressuring you to take something against your
Right.
will. This ain't no
Exactly.
This ain't no Jim Jones situation making you drink the Kool-Aid. That ain't what this is. I believe you can add another layer of defense against this thing because it's taking out
Right.
everybody. I said if you can do
Especially,
that,
yeah, especially the African American community. We have to be on alert most of all for it.
absolutely. And so I told him, I said, listen, you make that decision. It's going to be available for you if you want to make. I'm taking it. I told him I'm taking it by faith. I trust God
Right.
at the end of the day. But it sure enough didn't help when that Johnson & Johnson recall happened. No, that didn't help nothing.
Not at all, Deitrick. That's what I was gonna say. I do have some friends that did get the J&J. So, they didn't have any of the effects that
Oh,
that they were reporting. Thank God. But I really do think that because of what's happened, it has kind of made people question getting the vaccinations even more. So, if the church is going to be a part of it, maybe research it more and be one of those. Like you said, we recommend that you get that extra protection because we need it, but also being cautious and being prayerful as well in it
well,
all.
we did as much due diligence as we could. I mean, we dug deep, and my conclusion was Moderna and Pfizer. That was my conclusion, and to the
Hmm.
point where when they brought up J&J, I kicked it back. I was very adamant about no, we're not doing that. If we're going to do it, if I'm going to vouch for that as a leader, I got to
Yeah,
be confident in it. Now, you
gotcha.
can't rule out the fact that people may have an allergic reaction because of their bodies, because of their makeup, because of their DNA, because of their, hereditary, bloodline. So you
Right.
can't rule that. You cannot rule that piece out. But after you weigh it out, Melissa, at the end of the day,
Yes,
600,000 deaths, people fighting for their lives on ventilators, no beds in
I feel
hospitals.
you. Yes.
When you weigh it out, you say a prayer and say, give me that vaccine. Give me that vaccine. Come on with it. Yeah.
I hear you. I'm with you. I've already done both of mine. I'm Moderna in, as they say it.
Come on
So
now. Come
yeah,
on. And you're doing fine.
I'm
Fantastic.
doing good. Absolutely. Now I have to weigh out these allergies, but at least I know it's the allergies and
Right.
not COVID.
Right.
Prayerfully.
Yeah, the pollen is crazy in this year. It's crazy. I'm scratching and itching in my throat all night. My wife telling me, "Would you please do something about it?" I hate, but it happens to me every time when the spring kicks in. It happens to me every time. Then when the
Yeah,
summer kick in, I'm doing better.
absolutely. I'm with you. Want to just send a shout out to Miss Nixon. She says she got her Moderna vaccine and she's doing fine too. So she's hanging out with us. Thank you, my sister. Thank
All the
you.
members of my church, that got the vaccine, they got Moderna, and they're doing fantastic. Every last one of them.
Look, everybody's putting First Baptist Church. They're having a pop-up clinic on Saturday at 10 a.m. So I'm putting that's what Miss Fleming just said. Hey, Melissa, remind you. So they're doing it, Deitrick. See there?
Yes. They
Great.
try to get me
Well,
to rally all the pastors to do it, and I want every pastor to make their own decision for their own church and lead their own congregation. And so, yeah.
well, let's talk about healing this sick world. You've got something special that you want to show our viewers.
Yes, I did this just for you guys. Sick World is out on the radio. It's out available for you to listen to and to have. But I did an unplugged version just for you guys, so you can really focus in on the lyrical content of this song. The lyrics are very important. I'm a big lyrical guy, so check it out. It's called
Yes,
Sick
you
World
are.
Unplugged. Unplugged.
That's Deitrick Haddon.
Plan with God 2020 about the way. I'm praying the future will bring us better days. And it ain't hard to say goodbye to yesterday, cause we lost too many soldiers along the way. We lost Chadwick, the king of Wakanda, Bobby and Gigi, ooh, we lost a mamba. And we lost family, a child lost their mama. It feel like the whole world is going up yonder. But I know you're watching us from up there. Let your people know you still care. Send your love now to clear the air. Oh, please, Lord, clear the air. Living in a sick world, we can't stand to lose nobody else. Can't stand to lose nobody. Living in a sick world, can't stand to lose nobody else. Can't stand to lose nobody else. We can't stand it. We can't stand it. We can't stand it. Can't stand it. Can't stand it. We got kids killing each other in Chicago. Detroit just ain't the same no more. And it ain't getting better on the West Coast. Tell me why we're treating each other so cold. People would rather put faith in a vaccine than wearing a mask, keeping their hands clean. And this will all go down in history. The thousands of died cause we could not agree. Living in a sick world, we can't stand to lose nobody else. Can't stand to lose nobody. Living in a sick world, we can't stand to lose nobody else. Can't stand to lose nobody else. Everybody say, lose nobody else. Oh, yeah. Can't stand it. Praying for those on the front line. Can't stand it. Oh, my. Can't stand it. We can't stand it. People all over the world can't stand it. Bow your heads. Can't stand it. Asking heaven for a little help. Can't stand to lose nobody.
Sang Deitrick Haddon. You better sing. You better sing.
Yes.
Woo,
Come
love
on,
that.
Melissa. Did you like that version of it?
I loved it. You are just so eclectic. You're just so you. It's just like, yeah, all right. And those lyrics, you have such a talent to
Yes.
just tell the story
Thank you.
so great. I mean,
Yes.
Evangelist Hardrick, she said beautiful song. Absolutely. It was a beautiful song. Thank you, Deitrick. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for sharing.
Thank you, Evangelist Priscilla. Thank you so much. Thank you, Donna.
So
Thank
lyrically
you.
speaking, if
You know, that's
anybody
how I
has any
can write.
questions,
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say if they have any questions, y'all better go ahead and ask. Go ahead, Deitrick.
I was just saying that's how I like to write my music. It's almost like we're having a conversation. You know, and I find when you write songs like that, it connects with people quicker, and they can relate to it when you have a conversation. So most of my songs, my big songs,
Mm-hmm.
are conversations. The verses are like conversations, like on a sinner's prayer. You know, I walked to
Right.
the church on a Sunday morning. I stood outside contemplating whether I should walk through the doors. Sick world, you know. I'm glad we got 2020 by the way. I'm praying the future will bring us better days. It ain't hard to say goodbye to yesterday because we lost too many soldiers along the way. We lost Chadwick, the king of Wakanda. So you're relating to people, you're communicating to them and pulling them into the message that you want to give them. So that's one of my secrets to writing songs.
Well, let me tell you, you did an awesome job. And I just want to go here really quick because we had the closing arguments in the case of death of George Floyd today. And I Can't
Oh,
Breathe is another one of those songs. When I started listening to it, I was like, wow, Deitrick, you just took his storyline and you put it in a song. And
yeah.
I was crying by the end of it, especially when I listened to it again today with everything that was going on. And can you just, what would you like to say with the civil unrest, with what's going on with that? It concluding, hopefully, the verdict will come out really soon. Do you have any words of healing that you would like to share with our listeners and our viewers right now?
What I don't know a lot of things, Melissa, but what I do know is nothing has blindsided God. Nothing has caught God by surprise. And I believe all this is going to add up something that's going to be in our favor as a people. I believe things are coming to a head for us to see that there is evil. There needs to be a cleaning out, in the system, um, and I think it's going to work for our good. All things work together for the good of them that love the Lord and are called according to His
Yes.
purpose. So some kind of way, I know it's ugly right now, and when we're getting stirred up, it's enough to stir even the most calm person up. And
Yeah,
I pray that they make the right decision.
me too.
Don't play no
Me too.
games with that. That's what I'm praying, that they will do the right thing. But
Amen.
God has it all under control, and everything is going to work out if we just, uh, trust God, put it in His hands, but also continue to voice and stand up against the injustice, but put it in
Yes.
God's hands at the same time. Mm-hmm.
Well, if y'all haven't heard that song or seen the video, I Can't Breathe, you need to check it out. It's just artistic. It is Deitrick all the way, and it's beautiful. So, Deitrick, as we kind of wind up here, what's next for you? What are you going to do? I mean, you've done it all. I mean, TV, movies, everything, and you will not surprise me for whatever it is. But what's going on with you next? What's coming up?
But Melissa, that's a real question that I've asked myself over the last years since I've been at home. Like, what's next? Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's, I guess, when an artist have done so much, we're all going to come to that place. Everybody, where do we go from here, God? Like, what do
Mm-hmm.
you want me to do for the next 10 years, 20 years? how do you want me to build on the legacy you blessed me with? You know, how can I contribute more to it? And that's a real question. So I'll be doing more films. I have a film coming out this year, locked and loaded, ready to go. I can't wait for you guys to see that film, Blessed and Cursed 2. More television, been working on some stuff. So I can't wait for that announcement when I'm able to share that. Just more television, more music. And now I think you guys are seeing like the vein that I'm in right now when it comes to music. I really just want to sing to where we are. I don't want to sing up in the clouds as much. You know, there's a place for that because this praise and worship is vertical. It's from your heart to God's heart. And there's a place for that. And at the core of who I am a worshiper. That's how it all began for me. But I do believe that as you go on your journey, God will reassign you or give you assignments, special assignments. You're like an agent to do certain things. And so like songs like I Can't Breathe and Sick World are giving me so much more, making me feel more like I'm using my gift of music or the opportunity to contribute more. So yeah, keep me in your prayers when it comes to that.
We're peculiar people, and you know what? You better use your peculiarity. Did I just make up a word? Either way, you better use it. That's it.
I like it. I understand it too.
Well, Deitrick, as we wrap up, let everybody know how we can continue to follow you. Like you said, you have so much that's coming up. We want to be able to know where you're going, where you're headed, and check out those babies, those beautiful babies of yours and your entire family.
Right. Follow me on IG. I got the blue check there. Follow me on Facebook. I got the blue check there. There's no blue check. It ain't me. That's some imposter talking about they want your money and all. I mean, these folks have time to do all that crazy stuff.
They're crazy. Yeah.
I'll be like, what are they doing? Making up pages. Like, you got to have more time. Do something with the time, you know. But anyway, they'll try it, but that's not me. I got the blue check there. And just if you're ever in Los Angeles and you come on by the church, Hill City Church. We're not your ordinary church. We're real people seeking a real God, and you're more than welcome to come visit us.
Sounds great. Deitrick, thank you so very much, my friend. Always a pleasure to hang out with you. Sorry I couldn't have you in the studio because, you know, we're always doing social media live. I mean, you talking about social media, my brother can do it. I'm like, Deitrick's on 10 different things and in the studio doing an interview with me at the same time. So I miss you. Can't wait till we can get back together.
Come on.
All right. Love you, y'all.
Thank you, Melissa. Love you. God bless y'all.